Right, morning folks, it's 9 o'clock. Welcome to the briefing on Tuesday the 27th. Another flyable day, just keeps going and going, but I think as you can see from the chart there, which is lunchtime today, things are on the change. That low pressure is slowly and steadily sinking its way south. There's a sort of rotation this way, so we're in the westerly flow. And the very weak cloud and frontal features here won't get to us until this evening, but running through overnight, you can see it's descending south and then sat over us tomorrow. It's all about positioning really, but it does look a bit wet part of the day tomorrow. So today, TAFs are showing, there's Farnborough, 232 knots cab okay, so no cloud below 5,000 feet, and that's till 4 o'clock this afternoon. But Gatwick is showing light winds, 204 knots, few at 4.5, and that seems to be the case, certainly to the west of us anyway, for most of the day, and changing later on tonight and tomorrow. Becoming sort of easterly for a bit and a bit wet tomorrow. Heathrow, same sort of thing, variable, few at 4.5. So I think the general trend is a sort of westerly, southwesterly flow, very light. It's variable in the centre of the country up to about 5,000 feet, and then a westerly flow above that, same above us. So you can see from the sat pic how that rotation is taking place, and the cloud is sort of coming from the northwest, and that's what we're going to see later on this morning and this afternoon, with some cumulus, possibly a bit of spread out by the looks of it. Temperature wise, about average for this time of year, probably 15 degrees by mid to late afternoon in our area here. Feeling quite warm, not very strong winds, just a couple of knots. Dew points, they're down about 4 degrees at the moment, but going up. I think they'll be a little bit higher than yesterday. And as that cloud approaches us from the weak decaying frontal system, going to see the dew points go up a bit. So we'll see more cloud. Soundings are, it's certainly interesting today. See what we've got now, looking at the soundings. Later on, I think we're going to be in this area here by the afternoon, cloud in here at about 4,000 feet, maybe 4.5 if we get to 15 degrees, and quite cloudy, tops reasonably high, chance of spread out as well for the afternoon. And you can see, if you look out the window at the moment, you've got a sort of mid-level cloud, and this is what we have here. This is the Lark Hill. In this area here, there's a couple of small inversions and a damp air mass in here, probably at about 6,000 feet. That will break up as the morning goes on and the sun gets to it, and it'll dry it out. It'll take a little while for the thermals to get going. I think it's going to be late morning before we break the lower level inversion down here at about 11 or 12 degrees to get some reasonable mixing. Top Meteo, I'll go with their forecast today. So cloud amounts blue to start off with, and then you see the approaching front by 1, 2 o'clock out to the west. We're going to see cumulus and spread out in here, and further north there's showers around the Midlands and into Wales. They will slowly make their way towards us. We probably won't see them till late evening as the frontal system rolls down. Okay, so thermal starting. Should be soarable by late morning, 2.5, 3,000 feet. And then it's saying 1,400 meters over us, which is somewhere around 4,000 feet in the blue, or to the west with cumulus. So I think a reasonable day, folks, considering how close we are to that low pressure system and the change in the weather. And predicted task distance for today is essentially good over us, fine to the east. I think deteriorating further out to the northwest. So perhaps somewhere to the southwest and then southeast again. Today would be a sensible task option. So not a bad day, flyable all day, good soaring from late morning onwards, and deteriorating in the afternoon as the frontal system sort of heads towards us. Okay, airspace wise, not a lot going on. There's Southampton's hours of operation. So Tuesday and Wednesday, that's 11:30 to 18:15 local time. The danger areas are active on Salisbury Plain up to 50,000 feet. And the only other one of note is late evening time there, military parachuting at Weston on the Green. Apart from that, folks, it's quite quiet in the southeast of England. I've eliminated all the paragliding sites that seem to NOTAM just regularly, regardless of the weather. They will be operating in various places, but I think they're all NOTAMing for tomorrow, and it looks rather wet tomorrow. So a bit of a strange one. Operationally, 2-7. I think we'll go with that. The wind's going to be so light. There's a A319 going out in theory at around 11 o'clock, might be a fraction earlier, that's heading off to America. And that's about it, really. Tomorrow, bit iffy, folks. I think that's going to be our first sight of rain for a couple of weeks. So hopefully see you out there. If not, see you at the briefing tomorrow.